Hey Mia, I wanted to delegate something to you to test, but I know you have to go soon. But you can do this tomorrow because I want you to get used to the group promo codes. Group promo codes is when we create promo codes, whether for our own marketing use. Let's say pure 10, and then people can get 10% off. Or the main function of this is for group promo codes for sales agents. Sales agents are people that work for AYC and they help sell AYC tickets for a discounted price to their community. Normally they get, people that use the code get 10%, but the people that help sell it get a higher commission. It can range between 10 to 20% depending on the territory. And last year I called it partnerships. It was under folder partnerships, but that's something I do want you to take over. And so you'll be using this function a lot. So I want to show you how group promo codes are created. There's still some development needed on this. Like I need to get IT to separate 2018, 2019. As you can see, all the group promo codes are all in here. So what you'll see is general means it's just, I got him to create this new general. Just I wanted to separate the ones that are sales agents promo codes from general, meaning if, let's say, Vivian wants to start a promo code for her teachers, this is where we start it. So, I mean, there's some wording we'll need to update because it's a bit confusing, but when you get to the groups, basically, you'll see like last year, we had global, I had flying masters from Australia. When I click onto their file, it actually shows how much sales they've done for us, 67, the total discount they have, and the net revenue afterwards. And basically, these are all the promo codes we created for them. So, I mean, under their tab, if let's say we wanted to create 50 unique codes for them. Unique promo codes are promo codes that can obviously be used once, right? Because you don't want to create a promo code and then they just blast it out in social media, right? Because it almost acts as a ticket. So you go to promo code. You can name a code. So let's say you wanted to create, you can call this whatever it is you want. It's just for your organizational sense, like 20% off early bird phase 1. These are your phase 1 quotes. And then you can set in the type, when the promo code starts, the time it starts, just, today. The end date, let's say this 20% off, you're only giving them until Saturday, whatever time that is. So the amount is, you can actually put amount as in these promo codes, it gives them $10 discount, or it can be a 10% discount. And the commission that they get, honestly, the commission doesn't really matter here. You can just put it in, but it doesn't really calculate anything for you. The use limit is these codes. Are these unique codes? Is it limited? Each code can only be used once. Each code can only be used twice. Or is this a code that's unlimited? Like they can just, anybody can use it as many times, right? Normally, of course, for group agent codes, we want to limit it to 1. So when we generate it, you'll see 20%. So that's generated. So you can see the codes, the 20% codes are generated all in here. Basically, what you would do here is, because it's generated in their one big master file, you would export it. So if you needed to give the codes to the agents and send it to them in an email, you would export this, enable a. It's going to be a little, you just need to do a little bit of formatting when you get to that. And you can see the codes there are at the bottom, right? So whatever you do with this file, you can always delete like all the data and just say, hey, I need to actually, this is something we need to talk to IT about to clean up and see. So when you generate it, you can give them these details. You can just edit the file to something more presentable. Okay, they don't need to know like the group name, the promo code they do, and then this is the use. I think it's got mixed up here. The promo code name and the promo code and the use limit. You can see, I think the the columns got a little bit mixed up. The discount should actually be 10%. Start date, you can see it got shifted a little bit, but I wanted to actually show you. But these are actually the codes that you would give them. So whether you send it by email or whatever it is, right? So you can send them that, and then whatever codes get used, that whatever gets used, it actually gets recorded here. And what's great about this is when you do let's say when you go to group promo codes, what you can do if you wanted to give a live link to, let's say, the group, and they wanted to check on their sales at any time. So what you can actually do is you can actually send them this link that they can actually access this link anytime, and it will bring them here, and then they can export their reports anytime that they want. So this link is meant for them, and you can send it out to them. That's actually it for now. So tomorrow there's actually, I have a UAT list of testing that's actually needed from the back end. This is new, like group promo, like is it, when you get on, is the loading speed acceptable? Is it set to all current years? Our promo code shown in chronological newest date first. So basically that was, I wanted the newest ones that we created to show up at the top, because earlier when I went on, it's like when we created a couple of times ago, the new ones would show up at the bottom. And the other thing is I'm going to get IT to separate 2018, 2019, so this should all be cleaned up. There's things like this, and then create promo code, generate promo code works, export group promo codes work, all data is correct. Basically, if it was something like this, when we did the export, the columns and the data came out a little wrong, right? The wrong data was there. So those are things to test for. And one of the things that happened before was if someone in the group did a disc or a refund, and we have a new refund button that's actually created, does it reflect and automatically deduct from there, right? If we cancel the registrant in there, let's say we refunded them, does it get taken out of their sales? So I know this may be a little bit overwhelming, but once you get into it, you'll get the gist of it. But because there's a couple new functions that we added, and this is rarely a new feature, so of course there's things to iron out on there. I will go through with you. You'll see refund, canceled. Does it reflect in the sales? Last year there was a bit of discrepancy when we refunded and taken out. It wasn't taken out of their reports like when you export it. And normally when we calculate commissions to send into accounts, we normally have to do it with an Excel and show the calculations we exported, and there was discrepancies in that. So those are things to look out for. Like testing in general, does the unlimited, when you set it to limit to 1, test one of the promo codes, is it really limited to 1? So these are all things. So I'll discuss with you tomorrow if you're on. I'd like you to get into this to help with the testing and oversee and lead it, because the sales agents is one of, it's one of the sales revenues. So I'll speak with you tomorrow on this.